Good morning and a very happy new year. It is, I think, the 5th of January 2019. So happy new year to everybody. Hope you all had a really good Christmas. And I didn't get too drunk at New Year. I'm in a different place today. The last time I was out, my last film, I met a chap I was talking to for ages actually, who gave me a tip on a new location. Again in the Wiltshire Wildlife Trust, and I've just finally found it. I got a little bit lost, but I've just got here, just got everything packed away, got my camera ready, and I'm gonna go for a bit of a wander. It's a really nice place, although the weather is absolutely terrible for photography here today. It's really gloomy. No contrast, although there's lots of birds around. There's a lovely little pond here. Apparently they get, even though we're in the middle of a very large wood, they've put these little ponds up everywhere, which apparently get lots of dragonflies and newts and toads and all sorts. But I've got a few hours here today, light permitting. I'm going to have a walk around. The chap I met said there's an awful lot of woodpecker here, green woodpecker, and also barn owls. So that will be something quite amazing if I saw a barn owl. Crikey, I don't think I've ever seen one in the flesh. But I'm going to go for a bit of a walk. It's not a particularly big site, probably 50, 100 acres maybe, but probably a bit more than that. One other car in the car park, that's it, just me and one other. And temperature has a little bit of frost on the ground. It's probably 1 degrees, so it's not exactly warm. But nonetheless, I shall have a little wander around, and who knows what I may see. I'll come back to you soon. Oh, that was an interesting couple of minutes. I went up to a field at the end of it's kind of like a track, and bumped into a chap who said it was really quiet today. There's not a lot going on because there's a big shoot going on in one of the fields, which you'll probably hear in a minute. And literally about 20 feet away from me, a deer popped its head out, and then another one. So I kind of followed them into this forest, and I've just seen a couple of much larger deer actually. I've come to the end of that particular path now, so I'm going to have a walk back up to the bridleway and take a left at the end here, and see what happens. But that's 4 deer I've now seen in the space of a few minutes, which is not a bad start really. Lots of people here though. There is a lot of people here. People on horses, chap walking his dog. So we will I'm going to take a left at the end of this path in a minute, and you never know. Condition-wise for photography, you're an absolute nightmare. It's dark, way darker than you can probably see on film. I'm shooting 1/500th of a second on my Nikon 200 to 500, which is a little bit slow really. f5.6 wide open and a staggering 4000 ISO, which I don't think I've ever had my camera that high. Now I shoot with a Nikon D850, which I know is good in low light, but the light is so flat here. It's going to be really tricky, but we'll see how we get on. I've now got to circumnavigate this weird fence thing, which is really annoying because my backpack doesn't go through that hole. Back on the path, and it was this track that I saw the deer come out of. Literally on the left-hand side. Sorry, right-hand side. It's very casually walked right to left, sorry. And I did get a couple of shots, but as always, it always happens so quick. But it's got a lot quieter now. I think the shooting stopped, which is good. I'm sure the deer are probably used to it. It's one of the ponds. Interesting. I think it is. Not sure. Oh no, I started shooting again. I'm hoping we might see a deer crossing over here. I don't know, let's go have a quick look at this and see what it is. It's like a man-made channel of some description. Don't know. Not sure. There's another gate into the forest. I think that might be a deer up there. I'm just gonna sign off for a second. So it feels like I've walked for absolutely miles. I haven't seen anything else really. I've seen a couple of really pretty birds though. I'm not sure what they were. I did get a couple of pictures, but it's so dark in the forest that I'll probably only just about be able to use the pictures for identification, and that's it. As I said earlier, I'm shooting at incredibly high ISO 4000. I've got my ISO set to, auto ISO set to, which I never normally go anywhere near that. But it's a typical January day here in England. It's overcast, a little bit misty, cold, but it's nice to be out. First walk of 2019. I didn't do as much as I wanted to last year, and I want to really change that this year and walk a lot more and see a lot more things with the camera. I will take the camera out, try different places as well, hoping to get down to the coast at some point. But the conditions are just really tricky today. You know, it is winter. There's not a huge amount around. The weather is, or the light is not very good. And there are people here which, you know, people are traipsing through the wood, shouting and screaming, walking their dogs. You're going to be lucky to see anything really, but pretty. I would imagine this place is stunning in the spring and summer. I'll definitely come back, 100%, but it's not over yet. You know, I've got another hour or so. It's probably going to take me an hour to get back to the car, I would imagine. So yeah, we persevere onward and upward. This is probably going to be a much shorter film than normal, purely because there's not really much going on, but still very nice to be out. Catch you in a bit. So I'm finally back in the car. I didn't really, well actually I did see, walking back to the car, sort of quite tired, so I wasn't really paying a great deal of attention, and sort of looked up over this, they're building like these, I can't think what they're called, like hedgerows, where they weave branches into posts and sort of artificial hedgerow. And there was a deer probably about 50-60 feet away from me, just kind of looking at me, and I looked at him or her, and slowly raised my camera as carefully as I could, but no, they scarpered. I just managed to get about 25 very abstract blurry pictures of nothing. So that wasn't very successful. But as I was walking back to the car, somebody put a bird feeder out, and I just spent probably 20 minutes there. There was loads of blue tits, great tits, loads of stuff. It was really nice, actually. It was good, but the conditions have just been awful. Really, really flat light, high ISOs, no definition in anything. I could probably tidy some of the images up in Lightroom or something, but they're not going to win any awards. Not that mine would anyway, but they're whatever. But nice to be out though, really, really nice. Probably walked about 3 miles, probably, I would say. So first outing of the new year, which has been pretty good, I've got to say. It's been all right. It's not been too bad. But going to head back now. It's getting darker. It actually hasn't really got light at all today, but it is getting definitely darker. So just a short one today, really. Not a great deal to report. I've definitely come back to this place. It's a really, really nice place. However, I think you'll have to get here early, because I think this woodland is used a lot. There's a lot of people on horseback. There's a lot of dog walkers. There's loads of stuff here for kids, which is great. No problems at all. But if you're trying to take pictures of quiet things, then best to get here early, I'm assuming, or later on. But definitely be back. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been really, really good. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. I'm starting to build the channel slowly but surely. I'm adding lots of bits and pieces. This is not a channel purely for wildlife. I do other things. I like writing music and making films. Weirdly enough, this will be one of them. And taking photos. So I'm not doing tutorials. I'm not good enough to do tutorials. This is just a kind of journey with me and the things that I like doing. So if that's the sort of thing that you think you can enjoy, please like the video, please think about subscribing, and leave a comment below. I'm not even on 20 subscribers yet, but I've got to give it time. I want to build the channel. I'm really keen in sort of getting a community of people who have got interests in the kind of similar things to me, and hopefully we can sort of learn from each other. That's kind of the reason why I'm doing this. You might be into the kind of style of music that I write, but not into wildlife, or vice versa. So if there's one thing you don't like, don't watch the video, skip over it. Hopefully somebody might like all of what I do. I don't know. But yeah, it'd be great to get a community together. As I said in one of my early videos, there's a lot of people that I watch that I really, really like, and I've learned an absolute ton from them. I won't do a roll call now because I can't quite remember all of them. There's so many, but I've learned a huge amount, and a lot of them are the ones that inspired me to set this channel up. So, if you like what you see, help us out with the thumbs up. YouTube's algorithms, they need feeding, and likes and shares and all that kind of stuff is what feeds them, as far as I know. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back really soon. A different location. I'm not sure where I'm going to go next. I have an idea. where I'm going to go next, but funny time of year. It's it is winter here, and proper winter, although we haven't really had a winter yet. I think probably 2 frosts this year. It's been very, very mild. This time last year we probably snowed about 5 times. So thanks again, take care of yourselves, see you soon, bye bye.